Barfing is awful. Here's how to not do it. Hi guys, it's Siva. I wanted to do a little bit different kind of video today, and I want to talk about how I deal with motion sickness in video gaming and the things that you can do if you also have this problem. I used to play a lot of FPS games when I was younger. I really like games of all kinds, including those, and but as I've gotten older, I've been less and less able to play them, and unfortunately they're the kind of things that the less you play them, the less able you are to play them going forward, so the issue sort of snowballs and gets worse and worse. So I don't really play them very often anymore. The exceptions are for like IPs that I really like, that I really want to play. Like, for example, BioShock. I really liked that game, but I had to play it in like 15-minute increments in order to finish it because it would make me too sick. And I even have problems with games like, for example, the new Tomb Raiders, where it's a third-person view, but you're very zoomed in behind the shoulder. Even those I have to play in small increments. Well, since Overwatch came out, which I ended up enjoying way more than I expected to, I've been playing a lot of it, and I found some tips in order to help. And these will help in a lot of FPS games if you have this issue. It's not a super rare problem. A lot of people have it. You can take medicine for it just like you can with regular motion sickness, but personally I think that that's kind of a little ridiculous to take like Dramamine to do video gaming. So over the years I've adapted some strategies in order to be able to cope with it, and I thought I would show them to you. It won't be perfect, and depending on the severity, you may have trouble at first, but again, as you play them, it will get easier and easier. So if you're really in love with the game and you're not able to play it for motion sickness reasons, I recommend trying these tips. So this first tip is something very basic, but it might not be entirely obvious to people. Don't play with your window maximized. If you play at full screen, especially if you have a large monitor like I do, I believe my monitor is 29 inches, it can be very immersive, but it can also really aggravate motion sickness. So I actually play FPS games with my window about this size. It is very small. It can impact your accuracy, which is unfortunate, but to me it's better to be able to play a game and just be average at it than to not be able to play a game at all. So if you shrink down your window so it's smaller and you have this solid unchanging border around it that is your wallpaper, for me I prefer a solid color background. You might actually have an easier time if you have a picture back there. This really helps. The next thing you can do is you can go into your options. I'm going to show you in the Overwatch client, but of course you can adjust this in just about every FPS game out there, is you can adjust your mouse sensitivity. Now, the sensitivity is a very important thing. It helps how fast you can shoot, your aiming, and it also how fast you can look around, which of course is very important in FPS games because you have to be very aware of your surroundings. But I will tell you, if you lower the mouse sensitivity, it will help you quite a lot. So it is a trade-off. There are detriments, but you have to decide whether it's worth it to you in order to be able to play that game. Turn the mouse sensitivity way down. You can also adjust the field of view in games that have settings for that, and that will also help you. So if you're like me and you suffer from motion sickness, I hope you can employ some of these tricks so you can be able to check out games that you otherwise wouldn't be able to play. If you test them out and still feel sick, but you're really motivated, you should keep at it because it will get easier and easier. Again, if you have really severe motion sickness, they might not fix it, but I have pretty bad motion sickness. I even get sick in games like World of Warcraft when there's environmental effects that vibrate from artillery, and I have problems with even that. It worked for me. Chances are it'll probably work for you, at least to some degree. So I hope you check it out and try, and I hope you have positive results. Thank you for watching, guys.